can see the wet patch in the middle of the office space here, and the wet patch runs right through the middle here. There's also wet patches around these pylons. You can see it particularly around this pylon here, and it's clearly wet. And just back over to here, under Tiffany's desk there, there's the carpet is wet. Just press your foot down on it, Tiff, and just gives the, yeah, you can see the water under her shoe there. On the pylons, you can see the wet patches there. Under this desk, in the corner here, there's actually occurring, just give us that press again, Tiff, with the foot. See how wet it is? And there's actually in the corner there mould on the carpet starting to grow up. If we come around to near the door, there's wet all around here, and then into the communications room as well. Outside, let's stop the door opening for me, Tiff, will you? Outside the sink, sorry, the what do you call it, the downpipe is clearly not blocked, and there is no difficulties with that there. But if I go under here, just kneel on this because it's just so wet. If I come under the table, you can see that the whole area is sodden, and all sodden, and it's at least a centimetre deep, and so it's not good at all. There's the mould on the carpet. Now I'm just in the main foyer area, and you can see, looking along there, the damage to the ceiling that's been caused there, and the water puddles on the floor here in this front foyer area. Then if I swing around to here, Abel has pointed out to me the significant problems just up there with the bubbling on the paint from water damage. Then if I come along the door from in the front foyer, you can see the water damage and the water on the top of the skirting board and under the skirting board coming out onto the floor.
The poster and then going that way.
Can you tell us that?
It's just running down here from behind the emergency light, behind this poster, all the way down, and then running along the left here across the top of the skirting board and into the floor. And you can see it's actually quite, the tiles are quite damp to the touch.
Now here I'm in church, and we've got a really big puddle problem just here under the air conditioner, just a little way from the main front door area. There's also a problem here in the corner, and Tiffany, you're telling me that the seat is wet as well, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a damp patch here where my finger is, 2 damp patches, and then that whole strip there is soaked full of water. So the whole cushion is wet to the touch.
Big problems here in this area, and you can here in this area, and you can see water all there along the floor coming in from the other side, and coming down the the windows there. We also continue to have problems on this side of the auditorium, and you can see under the other air conditioning duct significant leakage of water there. Standing from just where Crash is, you can see the water coming down the columns into the breakout area. That column, you can see it over there. The significant problems over here. If I just show you the speed of the drips coming down, the speed of the drips here. You can see the water dripping. You can see it coming down into the foyer. It's pouring down this column on the pole, and a wide range of sprinkles coming
at various places. Here you can see all the soaking on the edge of the masonry.
Tiffany's just pointed out the soaking here.
On the edge, and it goes all the way along.
On the edge of the masonry.
All the way along here. There's a crack forming here. See a crack just there, under where that water is?
Yeah.
And then it's all damp here, all the way along, and damp here out of this
Damp out of that speaker,
which is not great for water really, and then all the way along the edges.
you can see it dripping on
It's
this
actually
one.
soaked there.
Right. Again, pouring down this column, and again the same kind of situation, and then
Yeah, right along the edges again here.
and then pouring down this column
Yeah.
as well onto the floor. You can see it dripping on the ground there. So far so good on this one. Up here, I'm limited by the cord length, but can you just move those chairs away for us, Tiff? To us, the water doesn't appear to be coming in through the steel doors, the under doors, but rather seems to be coming up from underneath this skirting board. If I just move your body out of the way, Tiff, then it gives the point from...
It's coming out here.
Hang on, just coming closer. Yep, yep.
Okay, it's coming out here, and there's a strong smell of wood and ants, and then the water's coming out this way and spreading through here, so we've pulled the carpet up, which is quite wet, and then it's going out the door, under the door in several places, and then it's coming in from the doorway here.
In from the doorway there.
Yes.
You sure about that?
I'm absolutely positive.
Just show us where that is.
So there's a puddle here, but it doesn't extend, there's no puddle anywhere else coming from anywhere else. It's just so it's coming in from this place.
Okay. Thanks, mate. I'm back at the door into the auditorium, and you can see the water coming in from the breakout corridor there. And along, we have the same kind of problem on the floor in the auditorium here, with water dripping down from below there and there.
But the flow of water has just stopped. It's very dark. Is there any way of getting more light in here? Dominic?